Hi guys, we will work on a case of uh, sale data with customer code, or this case of operational data analytics in the conceptual domain before we jump into the technical domain. So in this case, we will develop the conceptual solutions and some ideas, and we don't need Alteryx or Power BI or any Spotify or any analytical tools, computational tool upfront. So the case is like this. In the last round, the client provide the POS data with the order date. uh, or we can call this one SQL data also okay, because actually most of the time the POS data comes from the SQL server, so they are the same thing most of the time. Okay, so order date and order code, and then we have the order quality. So if you order like a cup of tea with $7, and you order 10 of them, so in total you have $70 in total order, right? So in this version, they actually saw that, or actually we after asking a lot of questions, and then they see that the customer code is important to us, and then they provide the customer code for each order. The question is, what can we do with the new information? So this is the key thing, conceptual thing before we jump into any technical solution. Okay, so let us try to develop the solution in here. Now, what if we have the customer code? Mm, So the first thing is like we will have to ask. This is the linking column or linking code, or VLOOKUP. If you do Excel, then they would go with VLOOKUP code. Uh, for other thing, so name, name, customer country, and then customer uh, loyalty card, or like the type, and any thing like business type, B2C or customer B2B or B2C. Okay, so that's the linking code. So as the result, so I will do a second layer here. As a result, is more cut for revenue recognition. Okay, so for those who start your FBA or your data analytics journey, and then you don't know what about customer data revenue recognition yet, and then this is where we need to explain a little bit, because this customer date will turn into the period, so fiscal period. The order code will be into the volume. There's two volume. The first one is the volume in term of volume by order, and then this one is the volume by item. Okay, and then the last one is the price. So the price here, because it's absorbed into this in this total already, so we don't need to count. But then we have the revenue, and this one is actually revenue or sale revenue. Okay, so in terms of revenue recognition, we can have this revenue and then this period, and then that's it. So we can recognize the revenue. Okay, so this is the first step, and then you can check on the seasonality as well. So because you have the fiscal period already, okay. But then now if you link the code with those kind of things, so you can break the revenue by country, break the revenue by customer type, break the revenue by the B2C or B2B. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now the second thing is we can estimate the customer lifetime value, life values. Okay, so for the retail customer, uh, we cannot, we don't actually know when the customer leave the company or the business, because they can come back anytime, even when they switch to the other parties, and sometimes they still come back, so we don't know. But then we know the value up to date, so for example as of today, and then 5 years before until today, and then we know the values, and this one you can estimate the values per customer as well. And then this one also mean that you can count the purchase per month also. So basically you can divide the uh, uh, number of orders per customer per month based on the historical shopping data. Okay, and then because basically you can estimate the joining date as well, so even when the so if you you can if you have the lookup data, maybe you will have the customer joining date in here. But then if you don't have, then in here you can estimate uh, the joining date, or the first shopping date, uh, and the last shopping date, and the total shopping values. Okay, so basically these are the lifetime parameters of the customer. Okay, so what does it do with anything in this case? So you can do the next thing, which is cohort analysis, and this in this case actually is the imply cohort analysis. Okay, so if you have the actual joining date in here, you can use the joining date as the cohort separate date, and but then because you don't have the actual cohort, so you have to imply the first shopping date and the last shopping date it based on the data, and then you divide this one by the cohort, and then you have the imply. You can imply the first or the top customers, and then uh, so so this one is concentration analysis. Okay, so this one uh, if you have the customer lifetime values already, and then you can rank the customer by the lifetime values, and then you can rank the customer by number of month also, the purchase per month also. So you can see the customer by the total contribution, or by the monthly contribution. Okay, so that's how it works in this case. Mm, and then you can perform the other analysis as well based on the uh, customer. So for example, the stationary views of customer by the joining date. So this one is also useful for the survival and then retention analysis. Retention and survival analysis. Okay. So so that's so is there are a lot of things we can do, but you can see that only by adding the custom code here, we can have more work or more views to understand the POS data already. Okay, so uh, let us try to summarize before and after, and then you understand how the I try to divide in. Okay, so this one is summary. Okay, so before here we can do what can we do here? Revenue recognition. In three level. So monthly, fiscal, and then quarterly. Okay, so that's the first thing we do, and then we check the total against any other sources to make use of seasonality in total. Okay, so in this case, we have the season already, so we can do the monthly chart and then and then quarterly chart to show the by two level, monthly and quarterly. Okay, now after then we can do more breakdown already. So this one you can break down by cohort. Uh, Market or country, customer type, but this one based on the let me put this one by let me put this one in one bucket. This one, if we have the customer listing with good customer code. So sometimes the client they can provide you the data, but then they provide the customer listing, but then it turns out that actually they don't have the customer code, they only have the customer name, because in the POS data, the IT team they actually use the code, but then in the marketing team which who provide you the customer listing, and then they actually capture the name from Facebook or other social sources, and then they don't actually have the customer code, and then you cannot link to them. So this one is 50-50 in the sense that sometimes you can do it, but sometimes you cannot. But this one you can do. So breakdown by top customers and by implied cohort, then you can do. Okay, so this one confirm you can do. uh, you can uh, you can estimate, so per customer uh, earning parameters. Okay, so you can have total lifetime value uh, per customer, earning per customer per month. You can have monthly active user. Maybe I will put it into this bucket because uh, user, and then you can have stationary views of customer. for trajectory analysis, survival analysis, and then yeah, and then this one I think I put the this one in here because this one is revenue related and this one is KPI related. Okay, so before before after KPI revenue recognition, and then this one is KPI and other normally and other. Okay, so you can add more details in here. uh, Actually you can do more based on the data. You can do more as well, but then I can give you more actually. Price escalation analysis based on per customer. So basically you can compare the half life of the customer. Okay, half life of the customer before the midpoint, and then you can compare like in 5 years and 2 years ago the price is very small, but then now the price escalated along the lifetime of the customer, so you can do that as well. So as you can see, the main point here after this summary is that only you add one more, you ask for more, one more column, or which is in this case the customer code, and then you can do a lot of things on top of the analysis by seeing this before and then this after. Okay, so a lot of things you can do on top. Okay, so hopefully after this you understand that actually you don't need to before jump into Outreach and Power BI. You don't have to do any technical work. You have to think first, like what can we do in terms of analysis. If we have more information or we have the information, and then later after a while, like 1 hour for brainstorming, in this case I just do the whole thing in about several minutes, and then after 1 hour you can jump into Alteryx and Power BI.